Hello and welcome to another Let's Play of Civilization 6, where today I'll be playing as Victoria on Deity on an archipelago map, and I've got secret societies on. I'm going to go ahead and just jump into this. The goal of this game is to win a Naval Domination. I'm not quite sure whether that will work out or not. I have no shame in admitting that I'm absolutely bad at domination. It's my worst victory type, and I don't tend to do it because I don't like them, you know. This one does not spark joy. So, like many things that I don't do, I don't tend to get better at it because I don't actually practice. But we'll see if we can do it today. I want to have at least one domination win on the channel, and I think this will be an interesting one. I've never gone for a naval domination on Deity. I've only gone for a land domination that was with Simon Bolivar, which just felt all too easy because your bombard's got free shots after moving. This one seems... Oh, okay, this one also seems like it might be easy with the right map. Speaking of which, this is a very wooded map, which means lots of chops, which means Magnus is probably good. I do get a +2 campus in the capital, or one right here. That might be a little bit better. I think I'm going to settle on this tile that the warrior is on, because that way I get a +4 harbor. Although, alternatively, if I settled off water on here, I might be able to make a canal, but I don't think that's necessary. I think I'd rather get the extra adjacency for the harbor. So we're going to do that. I probably should have moved my warrior beforehand, but I'm not going to be able to see through these woods anyway, so we will settle where we are now. And I'm going to skip the scout because it's an archipelago map. I guess I should build a builder. We got the boost for sailing, so we need to work towards sailing and get these improvements made. I could also go for mining to make some more production because this is pretty low production, although I have two good 2-2 tiles, so maybe I shouldn't rush a builder. Maybe I should actually work on a monument. It's interesting. I haven't really gone for a monument first, but there are tiles to grab, like this 2-2 tile and these bananas. So we'll go for monument first. Oh, there's Alva Minerva. That could be an interesting way to play because if I'm going to be building a lot of harbors, I could also just build commercial hubs and then have a really strong gold economy through the owls. But I think the best thing to do is probably get Magnus up and running and then chop. Speaking of which, that would be a chop. This is probably a chop. That's a hill, so it's definitely a chop. Yeah, I have lots of chops that I could do. I could chop out the next settler, but I tend not to like that for the very beginning. There's like a sweet spot where once you get to a certain level or a certain amount into the game, that's when I really like chopping. It's sort of around the Oracle or the pyramids, building a wonder. Chopping out settlers just doesn't seem very useful to me, although maybe that's one of my weaknesses as a player. I'm definitely not the best Civ player. That is something to keep in mind, that my videos are Let's Plays, and while I think they're probably quite useful to a lot of people, I do not mean for them to be the end-all be-all of advice. Oh, there is, that's Paititi, isn't it? Okay, well, we're gonna go for an early settle and get our wonder here. Oh, Paititi, that's basically the same, right? They do the same yields. And they sound the same, right? So that means they're the same wonder. This is just Paititi Jr. Okay, so this is an excellent city. I settle on the honey. I have low production, but then I have good culture tiles, and then I have a harbor here, or I mean, campus here. It's not a good harbor either, but it'll be a great second city to have just to get some extra culture. And of course I can grow pretty quickly with the honey. As a matter of fact, if I take over Kabul, what does Kabul do again? I don't think they do anything super relevant. Your units receive double the experience from battles they initiate. That's pretty good. The problem with the naval domination game is that the city-states don't actually help out with production or anything like that. But yeah, I think I'll settle that Paititi. I might actually settle 2 cities in Paititi land. Although, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. If I settle exactly on this tile, then I zone out a city in the middle, like, say, this city. So maybe for the sake of the empire, I might want to settle right here. Because that way, I could also get a harbor, or sorry, a campus and then a harbor here. The city doesn't need to be super tall because it's not going to be like a super good city. It's just there for extra culture. Come to think of it, that's one of the worst Pio Tahis that I've ever seen. I can't even build a farm triangle here because of the honey. Well, we'll get a settler. We'll probably settle this city first. This city, and then get a +4 harbor there, just like the capital. This is a campus. So sailing's done. We could get a builder. I think I want to go for an early celestial navigation here. I could get astrology, but I don't think I'm going to get a religion. Do I go ahead and get the dockyard? That could help out this city quite a bit if I build the dockyard first. Actually, come to think of it, I could help both of them because both of them are going to be settled off water. Pio Dahi doesn't count as water, does it? No, it doesn't. Well, I could go for an early celestial navigation. It's probably more efficient to go for a quick writing first in that case, actually. Just get my campus down. I could take this +2 campus in the capital and take the +3 campus in this city right here. Which would prevent me from having to research mining for the early campus. Yeah, let's go for writing after this. And then we'll delay those harbors. I'm going to just skip the turn here. Oops, that's not what I wanted. No, I just did it again. Wake up. Skip turn. Where's skip turn? Just move, whatever. Okay, there's a barbarian camp over here. I'm gonna just move up and see what's over here. There is a freshwater Pio Tahi city as well. If I settle right here and then one right here. That's good. Code of laws is done. Let's go for foreign trade. That will allow me to get the maritime industries card so that I can then start producing ships and go exploring the rest of the world. And so I'm thinking, oh, there's the Void Singers. So that's 2 governor titles, I think, right? Yeah, that's actually 3 titles. So I think I go for an early Pingala and get culture. Because that's just, well, actually I've got Pio Tahi up here. And Magnus could chop out the settler to get to Pio Tahi even quicker. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move back around. We're going to appoint... I could get Pingala for science and get closer to the harbors faster, so get those down so they're less expensive. I think I go for Magnus. No, I think I like Pingala this game. Reina could also be good. If I take forestry management, that could give me a bunch of gold, actually. Because I'm working a bunch of unimproved tiles. Then what do I do with that gold? I can buy granaries for these cities that are off water. Oops. Although I'm going for the owls. If I go for the owls, then I don't really need that extra gold that much because I'll have a bunch of extra gold later on. But it's about the early game. So here's the thing. Is this... Let's see. This is going to be 4, maybe 6 gold. It's not going to be worth it. Let's get Magnus and let's get provision on Magnus. That's the best thing that I can do to keep my capital rolling. Let's take the provision promotion here. And he'll establish just in time. That way I can settle all 3 of these cities really, really quickly. I'm going to come kill this barbarian camp. It looks like Kabul is going to beat me to it, which means I won't get the meat on the Void Singer or the vampires. We're going to go for owls anyway, just to get a bunch of gold. The vampires are not super useful for a naval game anyway, at least that's my hunch. Just because you don't need that much of a land military. There's pottery, so now we can build granaries. And I think I'll settle on the Pio Tahi city first because It'll give me some extra culture, get up to political philosophy faster. 8 turns for a granary, which could help my city to grow and then work more tiles. Or 13 turns for a settler. Do I delay every city by 8 turns to get... I think when I put it that way, that's not true. I have 4 good city spots to settle. All of them coastal, all of them with at least the ability to build a +2 harbor. You know, it's gonna be a while before he actually leaves the area. So I might as well come settle this city first. I could also come settle this city first. This is actually probably the best city that I have. It's on water, it's got good tiles to work, it can grow to those good cattle tiles. Still doesn't have a whole lot of production, but also it'll be rivaling Kabul for tiles more than any other city. Somebody built the Great Bath already. Ooh, this is interesting. So I could take that +4 harbor and settle off water, but that doesn't seem strong. I could take a +2 harbor here, or I could take a +3 harbor here. I think I'll know when I get there, but I'm just going to send this settler, keep sending the settler up. Alright, we finished that civic. I'm going to put some time towards early empire. I don't really need the oracle of this game. And then, yeah, we'll keep discipline in just in case. Let's see. You know, this might actually be the best spot. It's a plains wood, so it doesn't actually give us any advantage to settling there. Excuse me. But we do get the harbor. And we get lumber mills here and a good cattle. Like, this is a good second ring, so this is a good monument city. And it's on fresh water. I like this. I like that plan. There's Norway. Oh, that's a nightmare. So Norway is a nightmare because he's already on the water. He's going to come raid me unless I'm friends with him, which means I need to start dedicating some time towards a naval infrastructure that I don't want to get just yet. Well, they cleared the barbarian camp. Thank you very much. And it looks like this is an island, so this might be the only settles I can get. Maybe one more settle over here. So writing is finished. I can go ahead and place the campus, which will take 9 turns to grow to that tile. Do I save the money? I think I saved the money. So now I want to work towards celestial navigation and unlock those harbors really quickly, get them down before they cost too much. Oh, the turtles are all the way out there. It's sad. I'm debating whether to take over Kabul. I think it'd be nice to have another city on this island here. I would never have loyalty problems with it. Guess that's not even a... It won't even show me that it's a +2 campus or not. I might have to take that +2 campus just to have a good campus. Well, we're going to want to build a monument in this city because it's got good tiles in the second ring to work. And I have one more title available. That could be Owls because I would get the free economic slot. I think that's probably the best plan. Let's go for Owls of Minerva. So now we have the ability to run both of our economic policy cards, which is much more useful now that Birmingham exists. We just... yeah, we just saved ourselves a bunch of turns on that monument. This galley is going to be a real problem. Or this quadrireme is going to be a real problem. Because it's going to be able to raid both of these cities. Like, it's doing major damage to this warrior. There's another city over here. I could settle that blindly. I think I'll come over and settle these. And then probably just build a slinger or even a galley of my own. Oh, I meant to run the Maritime Industries card. Oh gosh, 100 gold to switch that. Oh, that's punishing. Well, good news is in 6 turns we'll get early Empire, and then we'll be able to do that. So let's go put some time towards craftsmanship. Let's spend 4 turns on a trader so I can then trade with Kabul. Gets a little bit of extra gold, which I can use to buy granaries. I'm going to fortify on this tile. Oh, never mind. I should have known that was going to happen. Yeah, we're going to have ourselves a Dark Age, which is just fine. There's astrology. We can actually potentially get a Heroic Age. Oh, look, he's coming to save the day. So we're going to settle on the wheat. There's our boost to early Empire. Let's finish that. Take our early Empire, and then we'll get the... Ooh, 16 turns for this campus. That's not bad. I'm going to take a granary here. Although I'll probably... Actually, I'll buy a granary in here when I get the gold, so it'll be faster to... Well, I need to buy 2 granaries. One for Pio Pio Tahi. Now that I think about it, if I moved Birmingham down by 1 tile, I could have settled 1 more city up here. But that's okay. I would rather have a big, tall city that has good tiles rather than 2 cities that don't have any tiles to work. I'm going to build a monument in here. It'll give me more culture, get me towards political philosophy faster. And then I'll probably buy the granary. I won't have the money. I'm gonna buy or build a granary in here. Yeah, so he's upset that I don't have a navy yet, but just give me time. So I'm gonna take the colonization card. Well, I need to get God King. Let's trade with Kabul. That gives us an envoy. Getting closer to suzerainty, and it's worth gold. I said an envoy, I meant my Pantheon. We're not gonna get craftsmanship boosted. 7 turns for this campus is probably the right time to do this. And at some point we will want to get Pingala slotted in. But I think maybe Lyon and Liverpool is a good idea, so I can send a builder down here to start chopping things out in the capital and getting some tile improvements. Is it worth delaying Pingala that much? I don't think so. I think we're growing London fast enough that we need to start using our government promotions towards Pingala. We do have 1 more settler we want to get out of London, so maybe I could... Maybe I could squeak out 1 more settler really quickly, then build the campus. Yeah, I want to switch to maritime industries. And I want to get my Pantheon. When I get my Pantheon, I'll get urban planning back in, and I'll get colonization, and then I'll produce that last city. Ancient Era ends in 7 turns. So there's our Pantheon. We'll get era score for our Pantheon, but it still won't be enough. Sacred Path would be nice because I could have a +4 holy site in the capital here with this pasture. Where else? Nowhere else really. So then beyond that, what? Lady of the Reeds and Marshes, I only have 1. I think probably God of Fishing Boats. God of the Sea. That's just really strong anytime that we have a harbor-based game. Helps you get your harbors online faster. So there's our Pantheon. We need to start building a naval military so that Harold will appreciate us. And there's Dido. Oh, wow. So... going for a naval domination game against 2 of the strongest navies in the game. Like it. I love it. So she's actually ready for a friendship with me. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that just to make sure. Yeah. Then I'm also going to send her a delegation and then potentially trade with her once I have things that I can trade, such as turtles. We want to go for political philosophy as quickly as we can, so going for state workforce makes a lot of sense here. We finished a... yeah, it's time for a change in government. We finished our pantheons. We can swap out of God King. We can swap in colonization. I still like maritime industries because I'm about to build some galleys. I'll finish this campus and then I'll build a settler. That's about as well as I could have hoped for the early game to go. At the end of this episode, I'll have 4 cities down. None of them will be particularly fantastic cities. But I'll have the ability to get myself out of a dark age. I think I'm going to take free inquiry here, because I don't know what else to take. I don't have any dark age, or I don't have any wildcard slots, so I can't run those dark age cards. Yeah, I think this is a good place we're at. Once I get another governor title, then I will get Magnus towards potentially Liverpool. Get some chops out of Liverpool. I think this is a game where construction would be really helpful as well, because I have a couple of flat rainforest or flat woods tiles, especially in Birmingham, because look at how awful the production in Birmingham is. Just nothing. Okay, Celestial Navigation is ready to be boosted. I could sneak a builder out. That would be worth some science. I'm saving up for a granary in Piotahi just so that it has some space for its economy. Okay, there's state workforce done, which will allow us to build the government plaza. I'm not sure where I want to build the government plaza. I don't really have... It's a +2 campus there. There's a +1 campus there, and then I could build the government plaza here for both the harbor and the campus. That's probably a good plan. Government plaza in Birmingham, just to make that a little bit better. I don't think we'll get anything more than an incremental advantage from the government plaza. We have 2 titles available now. I think it's probably time to promote Pingala and have him in the capital, but I'll wait for the settler to finish, and then I'll move Magnus to Liverpool, and maybe even make a settler out of Liverpool to get that 5th city that's on the bottom of our island. Speaking of which, my warrior is healed. I guess I clicked the fortify button instead of the fortify until healed button, or maybe I just absent-mindedly refortified him after he was healed, because I had other things that were on my mind. So I think I'll get a galley out of here just to satisfy Harold's agenda. I'm going to try and play peacefully in the very beginning until I can get caught up on science, and then once I get ahead in science, then I'll start getting a navy up and running and use that to attack other players. And I might actually want to wait for a while on these harbors until I can get to a pretty good naval unit, because galleys are not fantastic, and I get a free naval unit when I complete a Royal Navy dockyard. I think we go for a granary in Birmingham, although we are pretty close to the population needed to build both a government plaza and a campus, and the government plaza would give me another governor title, which is worth a bunch of culture. And we're not going to be needing this tile for much longer. Let's put some time into the granary, and then we'll start the government plaza. So there's our settler done. What we need to do now is move Magnus over to Liverpool. Is it Liverpool? I think it's Liverpool, because Liverpool has chops that I want to make. The settler can come up here and settle this city, so I'll move him one at a time. I want this warrior to see what's over down here. We're going to make a galley out of London while we have the Maritime Industries card in. Granary would be nice too, but 3 turns for a galley can't be beat. Oh, I guess I'm hard building Celestial Navigation, which is fine with me. Oh, there's a barbarian camp down here, and there looks like there's more land over here too. So there's era score for our galley. I wanted you on the rainforest because it's defensible terrain, but whatever. Alright, there's our research done. Let's reveal horses on the map, see if we have any of those. And we're going to use this galley to explore around, see if we can get over to this island with a settler. It might be actually worth getting the ability to embark with land units just to get more cities down. Because only having 5 cities on my island is probably not going to win me the game. Oh, I forgot to actually appoint Bengala. Oops. Bengala goes to London and he gets the researcher promotion. We don't need connoisseur because we're already almost to political philosophy and we're about to settle Pio-Pio-Tahi. I guess we technically already did because we have 1 tile. And Liverpool, 7 turns for a navy dockyard. Well, we definitely want to at least place the dockyard, and this is a pretty low production city. Versus 17 turns over here. Yeah, let's see. I think I'll make some of those decisions later on. For now, I think a monument is probably the right call. Or a campus. That +3 campus, I'm eyeing that +3 campus. I'll take a dockyard in here. Again, I'm not going to get a whole lot of use out of that unique ability from Victoria. And this city just needs it. I need the extra gold. I need the ability to build a lighthouse, get a trader. I need the ability to house my citizens, get some more food. Meanwhile, in this city... Oh, Harold is actually down here, so we might actually have to go to an early war and face his longships, which would be really bad. Let's get another galley in the capital. He wants open borders. That's actually a good sign. And let's see. That's not his capital city. There looks like an unsettled island over here, which is good. That gives me more territory to expand to. Political philosophy is almost done. We're just gonna hard build it. We're not gonna be able to visit other city-states yet. And he's building the Apadana. That's fine. There's animal husbandry. Did we find any horses? Nope, not in Birmingham. Still coming to settle that city. Alright, and we built another galley. Hopefully he's happy with that. Where is he? Respect strong navy, he's at a -13. I think that's about as much as we could have hoped for in a start. This is probably a good place to call it. I'll settle this next city in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like the channel and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye!